Hi guys. So if you are watching me on YouTube, this is not my first time I'm streaming on YouTube, but if you are watching me from TikTok, this is actually my first time, of streaming on TikTok. So today, the conversation has been there about the PFA Awards, who is because that is practically one of the most important awards in England, right? And when you look at that award, we have some couple of candidates that are basically going to or that would feature in this award as the likely candidate. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. I'm trying to get my way around this live stream stuff. So I'm still trying to get my way around it. So I hope hopefully I'm live and you can see me. So let me see if I'm actually live. Let me see if I'm actually live. Moment, please. Okay, so yeah, I can confirm that I'm online now. All right. So talking, the PFA award, right? We have some candidates. We have candidate like Declan Rice. We have, Bruno Fernandez. We have Magalas. That's Gabriel Magalas, and we have David Raya, right? So I've seen a lot of video make rounds. I've seen a lot of people talk about, is more or less like people are saying Bruno Fernandez deserves it more than than the others. See, I'm an Arsenal fan, and I have to be very honest, right? I don't think Bruno Fernandez edge over the others. You can say it's the Arsenal in me that is speaking. That is okay. You can actually say that, right? But one of the things that you need to consider is winning the PFA title or winning any other award, as a matter of fact, is not only reliant on um is not only reliant on the position with which you are playing. So I saw a friend of mine, he was also live. I mean, it wasn't live. Like I saw his video on I think it was on Facebook. Dami, shout out to Dami. So when I saw that video, he was practically talking about he's a Manchester United fan. So he was practically talking about, why Bruno Fernandez edges over the rest. Then I told him in a comment, I said immediately, guy, what you are saying is simply that how do I say it now? You are saying it from the angle of those who deserves it are actually supposed to be attackers. When we believe that a defender cannot win the Ballon d'Or, for example, and if you are old enough, you remember Cannavaro, who won it, an Italian international. I think it was in the 2010 World Cup or maybe 2006 World Cup. I can't remember which particular World Cup it is now, right? So if you are old enough, you will know that you know different people have won, the Ballon d'Or at different times, playing different position on the pitch. So I'm going to be starting my video today with bringing in some stats, right? Now that we have been able to establish that you do not only win the whatever award, be it the Ballon d'Or, be it the PFA, if you are playing up front, that is, if you are just an attacker, or perhaps if you're a nine or a goal scorer or whatsoever the case may be. And one thing people are leaving out this season is, I think as of right now, I'm not entirely sure. I think, this guy is even still the highest goal scorer. Let me quickly check it now. Highest goal scorer in the EPL. Aland. I think Aland is still highest goal scorer in the EPL. And all of a sudden, nobody is even talking about Aland anymore. Right? Aland right now, has 20, I think about 22 goals, if this is correct. Yes, it says Manchester United Aland, has approximately between 20 to 22 goals. They may actually not be doing well, you know. That is Manchester City. But it does not negate the fact that, Aland is also a very, very big contender for this title or for this award, as the case may be. So Bruno Fernandes this season, 2025-2026 season, has 7 goals and 16 assists. Right? A very beautiful performance, and he has 3 yellow cards. So Bruno, technically, from the standpoint of Manchester United fans, the argument is that Bruno practically, is helping them to because they were previously in 11th position. If we all know, they were previously in 11th position during the time of Amorim, right? And now they are currently third. So is it only Bruno's effect that has taken Manchester United to third, or is the manager? See, is not is I'm not taking anything away from Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is very, very good player, a very versatile player. As a matter of fact, if Manchester United has lost Bruno, which in case me, I was even saying that Bruno should have left Manchester United because everything was already going absolutely haywire. So if peradventure Bruno Fernandes left Manchester United, right? They would have felt it now. I mean, they would because they won't have any. They would not have any playmaker. So the manager of Manchester United has been able to find a way to actually unlock Bruno Fernandes. Remember that during the time of Amorim, Bruno played in different positions. He played as a double pivot. He played as this. He played as that. He played as a lot of stuffs. So not taking anything away from Bruno Fernandes. So, but this title, like I've mentioned, is not only for midfielders and attackers, right? You have to look at what other people have done too. You have to consider what other people have done too. Declan Rice, has equally played several positions for us now this season, right? And if you understand the way Arsenal is set up, because these are the things people that would vote. I think PFA is majorly voted by stakeholders in football, right? If correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's majorly voted by stakeholders in football. That would be the managers and even I think the captain. I'm not entirely sure about this, so I'm not entirely sure. So please don't hold me for that. So this season now, as of right now, I think Declan Rice has played 30 matches this season. He has 4 goals and he has 5 assists. Bruno Fernandes, on the other hand, has 7 goals, 16 assists. Right? Declan Rice is playing as a 4. Bruno is playing as I think is a 10. So it is expected that Bruno Fernandes will definitely get more assists in a proper system. Okay. So now playing as a 4, and another thing, because I keep telling people that you need to understand the importance of everybody in a team. The time Cannavaro picked up the award, I mean the what is it now? The World Footballer of the Year. That was I think in 2006 after the World Cup, maybe 2006 or 2010. I think 2010 when Italy won the World Cup, right? Italy won the World Cup now. South Africa 2010. So I think after that time he picked up the Ballon d'Or. It was because of the fact that they were able to keep clean sheets. And that is the reason why we have someone like Gabriel Magalas in this conversation. Last season, a lot of people were, shouting, Saliba, right? And me, I've always had a thing for Gabriel Magalas. I've always known Gabriel Magalas is a very, very crucial part of whatever we are doing at us now, right? So gladly, people are now seeing what, Gabriel Magalas is doing this season. And Gabriel Magalas as a defender this season, you know, haven't helped Arsenal to keep a clean sheet, right? Because this season Arsenal has only lost about 3 matches or so in all competitions, and we have played 31 games. So Gabriel Magalas has played, this might not actually be right. I think approximately about 25 to 27 matches. He has 3 goals and he has 4 assists. He has only picked up 3 yellow cards, a defender for a title challenging team. Champions League, wherever, he has only picked up 3 yellow cards. Can you see the level of discipline? Arsenal is in Champions League. Arsenal is in the um, FA Cup. We are finalist already in the Carabao Cup. With a game set up against Manchester City this coming weekend. Top in the Premier League with with how many points now? With 9 points at the top of the table. So it is quite surprising when I now see people saying that Bruno Fernandez has all it takes to want to win the PFA Award. Bruno Fernandez is a good player, but Bruno Fernandez to me has not done enough. He has only provided assists. He has only provided goals. I mean, he has only provided assists majorly, right? The assists are good. But if you look beyond providing assists, right? If you look beyond, because where was Bruno Fernandez when you know Ruben Amorim really needed him to step up, right? I mean, of course, it's already sounding like it's the Arsenal. It's me as an Arsenal fan that is already talking now, right? Then I can see somebody say, Miliband saying that from game week 7, Arsenal have been topping the league, right? So, guys, please remember this is my first time of doing these on TikTok. If you are watching on TikTok, please kindly do help me share it, for other people to join as well. So I will be really very glad on you sharing it. So I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm going to be doing more of this, and we are going to be having, insightful conversations, reasonable conversations. Because I'm a very factual person, I try to be as factual as I can be. So where was I? So I'm talking about, what Gabriel Magalas has done. So Gabriel Magalas single-handedly, right, score goals and has defended Arsenal's post or has protected David Raya, if that is the right word to use, right? So, okay, so it's 2006, not 2010. Okay, for the Cannavaro's Ballon d'Or. So defenders too have the ability to be able to win all of these awards. It's not only attackers. Whenever people talk about, I remember when Rodri, even though I don't like Manchester City, I remember when Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. There were a lot of conversations about the fact that it was Vinicius Junior that was supposed to win. The reason why people are saying Vinicius Junior is not because Vinicius Junior was actually better than, Rodri that season. Because Rodri that season, I think Spain, the final where Merino scored in a header, just like his dad, there was a news around that time, right? So Rodri, as at that time, took Spain to the final and they won the Euro. So winning the Euro is also, very, very big deal. And you don't need to be an attacker. You don't need to be an Mbappe before you win these titles. And that is exactly what people are missing out. So basically, people are trying to say that so long you are from 10 to 9 to 7 to 11, you can win titles. But if you are playing four, if you are trying to, playing four, playing five, back like that, six on and all of that stuff, 11, 3, 2, 5, 6, that is more or less like you are not even supposed to be winning, a title. So for me, Bruno Fernandes is a very, very good player. But I don't think Bruno Fernandes deserves to win, the PFA. I'm an Arsenal fan. Yes, I want my people to win it, but I will tell you the facts. Arsenal have only conceded, the least goals this season in all competition. And that is to the credit of David Raya, to the credit of the defenders, Gabriel Magalas, all of these guys. Do you think it is easy for a team consistently? They are not even doing it for the first time. Oh. As a matter of fact, I think it was about maybe last month or so. Was it last month or so? Chelsea fans and only Chelsea fans as equally as Chelsea legends. The John Terry of these worlds. They were actually very scared of the fact that they don't want Arsenal to, if Arsenal should finish this season with I think 15 goals or so, right? They would have outshined all of these guys. That is to tell you the extent of what these guys have done. And as at that time, Manchester United were languishing in maybe 11, 12, 13th or whatever in the league position. Arsenal was flying. People will have been waiting for Arsenal to collapse since God knows when, since January, since December. I mean, since November, as a matter of fact, people have been saying that don't worry, they will soon collapse. Just give them some time. They will collapse in November. They shifted it to they will collapse in January. They shifted it to they will collapse in when the now the league match that Arsenal has now is just remaining 7. Manchester City still has Chelsea to play. I don't fancy them to win that match. I'm not a sports predictor. I'm not predicting that I should go and play Beto. I'm not liable for that. But what I'm saying is if you look at the way Manchester City are set up right now, because the pressure has shifted back to them. If you have been watching my videos, I keep saying it over and over again that Manchester City, all they needed to do, right, or perhaps all they needed to understand from Arsenal is that it is no longer last year, it's no longer the previous year. And Arsenal needs to just do its own business and make sure that you win your own matches. Once you start winning your own matches, just forget it. Manchester City will definitely collapse because the reverse is the case now. And why is all of these things possible? It's possible because number one, the mentality of the whole of our players, starting from Declan Rice, right? Have you guys forgotten when even though I don't really support it, when this guy what's his name, Piers Morgan was actually tipping Declan Rice to be the captain for us now. It is because of the mentality. It is because of what these guys are doing on the pitch. Look at whenever we have Gabriel Magalas, on the pitch. Look at the way he does. Look at the horror he brings to the pitch. Look at the confidence he brings to the team. He score goals. Is our player this season that has scored the highest number of goals from set piece that people want to die from. A lot of people want to die from set piece. As a matter of fact, in fact, just like Mikel Arteta, even me, I'm not even excited. No, I mean, any longer for the fact that it's been a while we have scored set piece. And before I forgot in all of this conversation, Soboslai, yes, Soboslai, I think is also part of the list, but I'm not entirely sure. I think is also part of the list. So Soboslai now has practically, helped Liverpool, just like the way Bruno Fernandes has helped Liverpool. We are not doubting all of these things. We are not doubting them. We are honestly not doubting them, right? But if you are competing against a Manchester City that has won the league consistently, I think 4 times in a row, or maybe 3 times, 4 times in a row, I suppose. And that was a particular time they did treble, right? With Pep Guardiola as the head coach or the manager, as the case may be. And you have a team that can go head to head with Pep Guardiola, right? Okay, let me even ask you guys this question. Let's say Manchester City were first on the league table, right? And Arsenal is second. Would anybody entertain the conversation of Bruno? Okay, Manchester City first, right? Arsenal second, Manchester United fourth, like they are now. I think they're in fourth or third, like they are right now. And also Bruno Fernandes has helped the team, as well as Michael Carrick has helped the team from 11th to 3rd. Would there ever be a conversation about any other person other than Haaland and Rodri? There will never be any other conversation. Everybody will start telling you that Rodri should actually pick up the PFA award, though. Haaland should actually pick up the PFA award, though, because Haaland is the highest goal scorer this season. But because of the fact that Manchester City is not doing well, no, they are sorry. Why am I even saying they are not doing well? Because Manchester City have made their match. Yes, that is the right word. They have met their match. The EPL has changed a whole lot. The EPL is no longer you will just come and beat anybody. That does not work again in the EPL. All other teams have also largely invested. They have brought in players, physical players. The league is now more physical than ever. It's no longer tiki taka and fine football. No, it is about how strong how strong can you go. So I'm sure nobody would actually be talking about Bruno Fernandes if that was the case. If Manchester City were first, that is one. If the way Alan is the highest goal scorer right now, and if more importantly, Rodri, you know, is actually leading the mentality line for Manchester City. Nobody would be talking about. In fact, I was even hearing somebody, my friend like that, was even saying Semenyo. I was like, come on, Semenyo in this conversation. In this conversation. So, guys, please drop your comments. I really want to hear from you. It is very, very important I hear from you. What exactly or how exactly do think the award is going to go? Do you think Declan Rice deserve the award? Me, I'm rooting for Declan Rice. I'm rooting for Gabriel Magalas. I'm rooting for David Raya. In fact, David Raya might even be picking up more than one awards because this season practically is the goalkeeper that has kept the most clean sheets, right? Amazing player, plays with the team, amazing defender as well. Because he plays with the team. He's our last man. Most times, our last man. I know that is how almost all Premier League teams are set up these days. The ball goes back to their keeper. The keeper holds the ball, try to look for somebody who's going to play it to. Okay, those things are there. You know. So somebody just said, he said the truth is that people are only interested in players going forward, goals, and that is it. People are only interested in, why is Vinicius Junior not picking up award? Why are they not giving Mbappe? They would have forgotten what other people are doing, like Saliba. They would have forgotten what other people are doing, like Gabriel Magalas on the pitch. Those are not the only people that are on the pitch that are contributing. Other people too are contributing. If you are not able to defend well, you cannot sustain the goals that you concede. Somebody needs to stop Vinicius Junior. So the person stopping Vinicius Junior, they should punish that person. Somebody needs to stop Mbappe. We have played them. We have played with them. Arsenal, Real Madrid, they chop 5-2 or was it 5-1 on aggregate. Timber pocketed Vinicius Junior. He could not even do anything. He could not even do anything. So these are the things we have to look at. Bruno Fernandes, again, if you are watching, he's a fine player. He's a fine player, but he does not deserve it. By the way, Manchester United are not even in any competition. And Manchester City are taking like two weeks break after each match. What am I even saying? I just even remember that one. Manchester United are taking two weeks break after each matches. Match against this club, they have to wait 2 weeks to play another match. And that's exactly, if you watch my video yesterday, you can go to my page and watch my video yesterday where Roy Keane was actually, because Roy Keane is not a fan of Carrick. Roy Keane has a point, although sometimes what Roy Keane said was more or less like, he's feeling some sort of jealousy because I think Carrick is doing a good job. But Roy Keane has his own point too by saying that how can you be playing how can you be playing matches, maybe one match in 2 weeks or one match in 13 days, for example, and you are still not expected to win? You are expected to win. So he's saying that the only time you will actually start respecting Carrick is when he's able to do all that in while still in all competitions. They know the Carabao again. They know the FA Cup again. They know even go Champions League. The only thing that they are doing right now is just EPL. So even if Bruno is now not getting assist or whatever, waiting be Bruno's problem. Somebody playing one game in 13 days. Okay, so what is now his problem if he's not able to get as much assist, as much whatever? And a good gameplay. What would be his problem? Arsenal today facing Bayern Leverkusen at the Emirates Stadium. In the weekend, we are playing Manchester City. Match of the Titans in a final, Carabao Cup. Manchester United will be there looking at us. They don't have anything to do throughout this week. So Bruno Fernandes will now come and score 1 or 2 goals, and you'll now be telling me that. I just even remember, Sha. I just even remember. In fact, I did not even remember these things. So that is even one of the reasons why Bruno will not even win it. I'm not even saying Bruno will win it now or might win it. That is even one of the reasons why he will not win it. What's their name? What's the name of this team? Liverpool. They are equally doing worse than Manchester United. They are still in some competitions. Liverpool are still largely in FA Cup. In fact, they have a setup with Manchester City. They are not doing the best of the best, right? They are not doing, but they are still there. Courtesy of special players, Soboslai, one way or the other finding a way to take them through. Who else again is doing well? Salah is not doing, exceptionally well. This is Eketike. Eketike has been exceptional in what do they call it, in FA Cup, right? Eketike has been exceptional in FA Cup. So these are even the conversations we are even supposed to be having. Should a team that is not even in certain competitions, because you have to be, yes, you have to be in certain competitions to be able to elevate your team. You cannot be only in the EPL and be telling us that they should give you the PFA of the year. PFA care. If they now tell you how many matches have you played in this season, they will now say you play 40 matches in one season. Okay, so a whole season now has 38 games. Right now we have played 31. Arsenal, right? We still have several games to play. Champions League, whatever, whatever, whatever. Man United has played 40. So Man United technically now has finished the whole EPL season as an assumption, with 2 extra matches on top. Come on now. Come on. See, you know, David, what is this guy now? Let me look at this guy's name. Yeah, David Raya, this season, I think he has 15 clean sheets, right? Who else again? Gabriel Magalas, you know, I mean, 3 goals, 4 assists. Arsenal has not even considered a penalty this season. You see discipline. We have not considered penalty this season. You know, and we are even the team that has even scored the highest number of goals. Let me even see how many goals we have scored. EPL table. Let me even see. So we have played 31 matches. We have scored. I mean, we have played 31 matches. We have won 21. We draw 7. Same with Manchester City. We have lost 3. And that 3 is across the whole, across gbogbo àgbáyé o, across the whole world. Across the whole world. So go for, we have scored 61 goals. Goal against, we have conceded 22. 22 goals. And our goal difference is obviously 39, right? We have 70 points. So Manchester City, on the other hand, have conceded 28 goals. They have scored 60 goals. With all their Haaland, though, with all their Haaland, Semenyo, all those beautiful, beautiful goals that will not win them the EPL this season. Beautiful goals that will not win them the EPL this season. Yes, I said it. So, I mean, you just need to understand the position of everybody. You just need to understand. Okay, so looking at the stats leader now, the highest goal scorers in the EPL, we have Elena Land 22 goals, we have Igor Thiago 19 goals, and we have Anthony Semenyo, 15 goals. So is this PFA now? Is this PFA? I want to ask an open question. Please, guys, enlighten me. Is this PFA now? Is it only restricted to top 6 clubs? Arsenal, Manchester City, Man U, Kinecon. Ugo Tudor of Brentford has scored more goals. I'm seeing it here. Ugo Thiago, yes. Of Brentford has scored 19 goals. He's the second highest goal scorer on the list. Second highest goal scorer on the list. He has scored more goals than Bruno Fernandes. So Manchester United fans are trying to push an agenda. After playing 40 games in one season. These people are not even serious. And I even started this video. I didn't even think of all these things before I started this video. I didn't even think of all these things before I started this video. Manchester United, 40 games this season, trying to push an agenda that Bruno Fernandes deserves the PFA award because he has given 16 assists and how many goals? Let me see his goals again. Because he has given 16 assists and 7 goals. Hey, Shineke. Okay, so what happened to other people that have done amazing things? I know they can't bring in all the players. I know, of course, there is a way by which they do whatever they do and all of that stuff, right? But Bruno Fernandes does not deserve it over other people. Bruno does not deserve it over other people. If you are just joining my life, please remember to tap, the like, share it wherever you can. It is really very important. This is my first time of doing a TikTok live. I'm also streaming on YouTube, but that's not my first time on YouTube. Anyways, guys, back to the conversation. So if you are just joining my life for the sake of those people just joining my life, right? Like I see your mobile bro me washere. I see you. So one of the things that I've said before now is that we should stop fixating ourselves with those that are entitled to winning awards. Should be an attacker. No, it's not only attackers that should be entitled to winning awards. Like that is people playing from 10 upward. 10, 7, 9, 11, all of those people. No, defenders can win awards too. Goalkeepers can win awards. They can win Ballon d'Or. They can win whatever awards. So once you have that mentality and you have that mindset, right, you will understand what exactly we are talking about. And the more reason why Bruno Fernandes does not even deserve that award, right? Arsenal this season, has conceded 22 goals. David Raya has 16 clean sheets. There was a particular time, Chelsea, I've mentioned these things before. Chelsea legends, were very, very, very skeptical about the fact that Arsenal was going to beat their own record of the team that has considered the least goals, 15 in a season. You think saying that beans? You think saying that beans? Bruno Fernandes very well started this season with Manchester United. Manchester United are not doing well. Liverpool are not doing well. Zoboslai has equally helped Liverpool. And Liverpool are still in what do they call it now? How many competitions now? Liverpool are still in the Champions League, right? Liverpool are still in the EPL. Fine, the EPL is gone out of it, but at least, okay, the EPL, they will definitely even still be in the EPL. Like, they are still in the Champions League. They are still in the AFL, the FA Cup. They are still in the Premiership, so they still have three competitions concurrently running, right? And they are not doing well because that is not the original position of Liverpool. If you are being honest, Liverpool has a very, very bad season. Yes, I understand that. Maybe next season, maybe they will pick it up. They will try to. But Manchester United cannot be playing 40 games in a season. And you are telling me that Bruno Fernandes deserves the PFA award. 40 games in a season, you deserve PFA award. Abba now. Because you have 16 assists. 16 assists. All of a sudden, you deserve PFA award. So what of Gabriel Magalhaes that is covering David Raya? To make sure that we are not conceding goals, to make sure that we are not conceding, useless goals. Because all of the goals Arsenal has conceded this season looks like a mistake, if you are being honest. Because the way Arsenal is set up, these guys have a very, very strong team. You know that the team is built on defense. And another thing with Arsenal is that, the way we are structured, our goals are distributed amongst all of our players. It's not only one person that will be scoring 22 goals like Haaland. We are not doing that here. We don't do that here. That is not our style. That has never been our style in like 3 years. Right? That has never been our style in like 3 years. And at the end of the day, we end up being the highest goal scorer almost every season. This season, right now, we are the highest goal scorer. We were the first to get to 100 in the whole of United Kingdom this season. And in the whole of Europe, the only people that have scored more that got 200 goals before us are only Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Bayern Munich and Barcelona. And their league. Me, I don't even understand their league. Their league is not as tough as the EPL. It's not because the EPL now Arsenal is playing who are we playing next match? Bournemouth. That match is not a match that will be interesting. Is a wrestling. It's wrestling. We are going to be watching wrestling. Yes, we are going to be watching wrestling in that match. Because they know that Arsenal have all the technical attributes. So they will come with the physical attribute that okay, we are going to bully you and make sure that you don't get points. So you equally need to be up to the task. You equally need to be up to the task. Bruno Fernandes, I know he has been injured, but I don't know how long he was injured for. I'm not a Manchester United fan. But I knew the time that he was there, right? Up until now that Carey came, you know, he has been better since Carey is back. I mean, since Carey took up the job as the caretaker manager. So, guys, I really need your honest opinion. I really need your honest opinion. I want to list some people for you: David Raya, um, Bruno Fernandez, Soboslai. I don't want to mention Semenyo. I don't know why Semenyo is in this conversation. Gabriel Magalas, Declan Rice. Declan Rice. As an Arsenal fan, if they ask you that apart from who are our captains now, let me list them. Apart from Odegaard, followed by Bukayo Saka, followed by Gabriel Magalas, of course is Declan Rice, right? If they ask you to actually vote, anonymous vote, and pick a captain, many of you will pick Declan Rice. But me, I'll pick Gabriel Magalas anyways. Me, I'll pick the Gabriel Magalas. I will pick. Yes, so I added Raya now. I added Raya. Raya has single-handedly saved Arsenal this season. The same way Donnarumma. Do you think even if it is not for Donnarumma in Manchester City, the difference between Manchester City and Arsenal will be like maybe 15 points by now. Maybe 15 points or even if not 20 points. That guy has individually saved them. Why is he not in this conversation? Why are people pushing only Bruno Fernandes? What happened to Donnarumma? Donnarumma is not Arsenal, is Manchester City. Oh. Donnarumma has kept clean sheets. In fact, although Manchester City this season, the people have found them out. It's not like they are not playing. They are not playing badly. People have found them out. They need to change their style. They need to do whatever. So Ugotudo, yes, Omoba, I've mentioned Ugotudo. Ugotudo now, just like I've mentioned again, has 19 goals this season. 19 is the second after Semenyo. I mean, after Elinala, pardon me. Second after Elinala. So we have to all these BS, all these things people are doing. Me, I don't understand it. Me, I don't know where the biases are coming from. I don't know. I don't know where people are trying to, try to make it feel like Declan Rice or anybody they give in Arsenal deserve him. Anybody they give for that Arsenal squad deserve him. You think say easy to chase Manchester City? You think say easy make Rodri they come out, they begin they speak in tongues. Make Rodri they tell you now say okay, at this point in time, I think the gap between us has easy. And it is courtesy of a combination of all of these individual guys I'm mentioning to you now. A courtesy of all of them. Right? So anybody they give in Arsenal, I mean, I'm okay with it. And we know the list already. As a matter of fact, David Raya might even be picking up more than one award because he might be picking the best goalkeeper of the season. Yes, rightfully so. He deserves it. And at the same time, he might even be the one that will pick up the PFA. Yes, goalkeepers can pick up PFA. It doesn't have to be only attackers. That's my point. So even if he's not picking up the PFA, he's definitely likely going to pick up the best goalkeeper. He picked it up last season, right? So I just want us to manage this conversation about the whole of Bruno Fernandes because I've been seeing some big account now trying to push the narrative of Bruno. Okay, so Omoba, you're saying that if you are being fair enough, PFA is an individual award. So in my opinion, Bruno is fire. Bro, Bruno is fire. Right? But some people have been doing it before Bruno picked up that fire. Bruno's fire started 2 months ago when this guy was appointed. What did they call it? Carrick. Right? When Carrick was appointed, Bruno's fire started. Some people have been born in before Carrick. And those that were born in, right, are Declan Rice. Now, me and you, we have this conversation. Declan Rice has been carrying Arsenal on his head. He's never tired. Declan Rice's performance has been consistent and consistent over time. Gigaby has been consistent and consistent over time. That is Gabriel Magalas. Consistent over time. You see, nobody is mentioning Bukayo Saka now because we all know in our mind that Bukayo Saka this season is not it. And the other guy has been on and off injury. right? So he's understandable and he's not even in his best form. But those that are in their best form, David Raya has been keeping very well before Bruno Fernandes peak form. You get what I'm saying? David Raya has been keeping very well before Bruno Fernandes peak form. Gabriel Magalas has been defending amazingly well before Bruno Fernandes peak form. Right? Who else again? Declan Rice has been dying on the pitch for Arsenal before Bruno Fernandes peak form. So that's my point. He did not start just 2 months ago when they appointed what's his name now? Carrick. He did not start then. He started before. But people want to negate everything and look at. Let me even see if there is a way I can get this information. Let me see Bruno assist since Carrick appointment. So I'm trying to get something now. I'm trying to see is loading up. So since Michael Carrick was appointed as Manchester United manager on January 13, 2026, Bruno has recorded 9 assists in 9 matches. Okay. So 9 assists in 9 matches. 9 assists in 9 matches. So it means before the last 2 months that they appointed what do they call it now? Carrick, right? Because currently now he has 16 assists. He has 16 assists. Let me see. 16. So that means he had for that whole for because the league is almost ending, So it means for half of this first part of the season, he had 7 assists. And since Carrick is appointed now, he has had 9. You can check it now. Use AI to check it now. You can use AI. I'm using Google's AI mode in my search browser here to check it. So this is it here, saying that since Michael Carrick was appointed as Manchester United manager in January 13th, it's just 2 months or 2 months, just some days ago, 2 months. Now, Bruno Fernandes has recorded 9 assists in 9 matches. And he has 2 goals. So that means overall this season now he has 7 goals. He has scored 4 more. He has scored 5 more goals, right? Under Michael Carrick. And some people have been doing amazingly well before this time. Some people have been doing very, very well before this time. So that is exactly what I'm trying to point out. That is exactly what I want you guys to see. So guys, I mean, thanks for joining the live stream. I'm going to be doing another one very, very soon. I think in the evening, I'll be looking at Bayern Leverkusen, Arsenal versus Bayern Leverkusen, because in that match, we have to win. We have to win. We are talking quadruple now. Now Arsenal now. I bet me una they hype your team. They hype your team. No, make nobody they tell you anything anyhow for anywhere. Hype your team. If they come to you with banter, go to them with banter. If they are talking about your team too much, ask them to go and talk about their own team. Mikel Obi will leave Chelsea alone and be talking about Arsenal 24/7. That one started podcast last week. Abi whatever podcast. He's using Arsenal to drive traffic. Eh? So if anybody is trying to come to you with banter, go to them with banter. But the thing that I need to say is as much as I don't want Manchester City to win anything this season, them to go over the line this night. Because I don't want Manchester City to concentrate only on the EPL. This weekend they go shop. Arsenal will beat them definitely, right? They're out of the Arsenal will beat them definitely. The FA Cup they are facing Liverpool, so the EPL is almost out of their hand. Is out of their hand. If they did not go through this night, they will have one less trophy to bother about. Yes, they will have one less trophy to bother about. I know they are not going to really do much damage to us now. But I want all of us to be in the same competition so that we can be struggling together. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. But anyways, I'm going to be talking about that in my next live stream. That would be maybe let me even see when we are playing. I need to do it before we play. Let me see. When is our match? Oh, 9 p.m. I have enough time. So I'll probably be doing the live stream maybe around 5, maybe around 5 p.m. You know. So in that live stream, we are going to be looking at our chances, talking about what we need to do and how we need to do it. So Millie Banks, thank you so much for commenting a whole lot. Omoba, you guys, thank you so much for dropping your comment. This is actually my first time of doing this TikTok stream. I hope you guys really really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please remember to join. Remember to join the next one, guys. So I'm going to be seeing you the next time. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.